Hi, my name is Heather McLeod Grant, and I am the co-author of the book Forces for Good, The 6 Practices of High-Impact Nonprofits. I'm also a senior consultant with the Monitor Institute, which is a subsidiary of Monitor Group, a global consulting firm, and the Institute only works with nonprofits and foundations. We're really focused on helping organizations increase their impact. So in my book, Forces for Good, my co-author and I actually spent several years studying some of the most high-impact nonprofits in this country, groups like Habitat for Humanity and America's Second Harvest, City Year, and Teach for America. And we were really interested in what makes these organizations so impressive and what helps them have so much impact. So what I'm doing now in my role at the Monitor Institute is taking some of those ideas from my research and the book and applying them to organizations, really helping groups like the Junior League and the Association of Junior Leagues around the country and internationally look at what it's going to take to increase your impact. My colleagues and I have been so impressed with the history and the values and the work of this organization, and we are convinced that you actually can have significantly more impact in your communities. So we're working on a strategic plan, but it's not a strategic plan like what you might be used to at the local level. What we're really trying to do is work with AJLI and come up with a roadmap for the organizations in terms of identifying what are some of the challenges around attracting and retaining members. How could you be healthier and more vibrant and having more impact in your communities? But this is not a plan that's going to be rolled out from the top down. Rather, what we're going to do is do a lot of the research and analysis, look at the trends, identify some of the challenges and opportunities for you to really improve the work that you're doing, and then give the local leagues a whole set of choices about what you want to do. So we're hoping we can actually catalyze and facilitate a conversation with you, the local leagues, around how you can improve your performance. And again, what we're doing is not a top-down strategic plan, but really a roadmap, and it's an invitation for you to look at and understand how can you become a vibrant and healthy organization for the next 100 years. So I'm just delighted to be working with the Junior League. We're having so much fun meeting women from around the country, and we're so impressed with the work you're already doing. And my colleagues are going to tell you a little bit more about our process and exactly how the strategic planning process is going to work.
My name is Divya Mani, and I'm a consultant with the Monitor Group.
And I'm Katie Kaplan. I'm also a consultant with Monitor.
And we're really excited to be working with the Junior League on the strategic planning project. Katie and I wanted to introduce ourselves, if virtually, and tell you a little bit about how the project is actually structured. So the first thing I wanted to just give you some insight into was how we actually figured out what we do the project about. And the genesis of all of the project and the way we're thinking about the key challenges and opportunities for AJLI came about when Heather and I got the opportunity to attend the annual conference in Atlanta. So we spent 2 days there. We got an amazing set of conversations going, both formally and informally, with board members, a very lively and passionate group of sustainers, current league leaders. We sat in on the conversation about the AJLI vision, and in the conversations we had over and over again, we started hearing a few common themes, 5 to be specific, and those 5 themes are the ones that we've actually built the project around. So I'm sure these will sound familiar to you, but what we asked everyone we talked to, what are the real strengths of the league, and what are some of the challenges that you see in carrying some of those strengths forward into the future? And the 5 common things we heard over and over again were, 1, about the mission. So how do you think about this 3-part mission of developing the potential of women, promoting volunteerism, and improving communities? These are things that are all unique and have been part of the Junior League since it began, but what does it mean today? How do you keep it compelling and relevant? The second big issue that we heard a lot about, especially at the most recent conference, was about the international vision. So what does it mean to be women around the world? What does that mean for what AJLI will look like in the future? The third question we'll talk about is about membership. So just understanding, so what is the value proposition for members? How has that changed over time? What has the Junior League done to adapt to the changing ways that women live their lives and the changing demands on their time? And what can it continue to do to stay relevant and continue to develop women throughout every stage of their life? The final question that we'll be talking about is, or the fourth question that we'll be talking about, is with the question of what does the local governance and management model look like? And we know that at every single league it looks a little bit different, but we want to try to understand how can we continue to figure out the best practices of what's happening in every single one of the hundreds of leagues and make sure that everyone's learning from the best experiences and really developing a healthy league at every step of the way. The final question is about the network of AJLI, the association. So both how the association can serve the leagues and also how the leagues together with the association can continue to form this network that's really creating tremendous impact in the world, and how every single woman, every single member of the league can multiply her impact in the community through being part of this association. So we're really excited about each of those questions. I think we've been talking to many women about them, both formally as part of the process and informally, and I think there's a tremendous amount of energy about thinking about what this league could look like, what this association could look like in the future.
Right, exactly. And the process that we've decided to go about looking at how the Junior League will evolve going forward, Divya and Heather, through attending the conference in Atlanta, realized it can't be a traditional top-down corporate approach. It really has to be a networked, bottom-up, league-driven project. And so to that end, we've incorporated some really specific elements into this project to help get buy-in and help get input and feedback as much as possible. The first of those is we've convened a steering committee, which includes AJLI past presidents, AJLI board members, current league presidents, and external consultants. And we've really use this steering committee to test our ideas along the way. We're having interim check-ins with them at various points during the summer. They're extremely critical in not only giving us the voice of the leagues, but also acting as ambassadors of this project and going out to their local leagues to educate women across the network and also get their input, get their feedback of if this is the right direction, if these are the right issues. We're also doing several interviews with women across the leagues, both individually and in focus groups, to really understand what's going on at the league level and further really just start to educate people about the process, continue to test whether or not we're reaching the right assumptions. And then our final method of engagement is really the AJLI website. There's been a lot of great material put up on the website in the members section. There's an entire strategic planning section devoted to the website. And all the meeting materials that we're using are on there. There's many thread discussions for you to contribute your own input. So we'd really love for you to give us feedback and let us know, is this the right direction? Is there something that we're missing? And if you agree with the conclusions that we're reaching in this interim stage. So we look forward to hearing your feedback.
And thank you for the input that you provided at the beginning and that we hope you'll continue to provide throughout this process. It's been critical and we really look forward to making something that's relevant for what you do every day and what you hope the league will become for your daughters and their daughters in the future.
So thanks.